Okay, round one we have the choice. Playing first. This hand's a bit awkward. I still think we keep it because we can at least play pacifism, and if we get a third land, we can dash Heel Cutter. And if it's a black mana, we can at least drop the Attendant. Executioner first into Attendant, which is actually not bad. Although Executioner with pacifism is pretty bad, isn't it? That's a non-bow right there. That's okay. Um, it is definitely a non-bow, but I still think it's okay. It just means I have to get a black mana and slam an Executioner really quick. Basically, it means I have to hold off on pacifism for a while. All right. Well, we drew the ideal land, so that is actually good. Maybe I just go Executioner into Attendant right away. Coligan, Aspirant. I don't want to ultimate price it. I think we'll just execute it. I like execute because it immediately takes care of the threat, and then I can drop an attendant and get it back when that attendant most likely dies. And that way I can get value off pacifism at some point. We're getting dashed. Let's see. I'm actually not surprised at all we're playing against a black-red deck. I definitely felt like we were getting cut on the actual dash cards. You know what's funny is Dutiful Attendant actually trades with an Aspirant pretty well. Well, I guess why not play it? So we'll drop the Attendant and pass. I'm going to find my second black mana because we don't need double white for anything. So this is actually fine position since I can trade with Aspirant too. He's not highly motivated to use removal on Attendant either, since it just gets me back value. Dragon Fodder would be a bad card to see, definitely. Let's see what we got here. We're going to deal with a sprinting Warbrute. Could be. All right, I mean, definitely offering the trade here. Use the combat trickery trades, I feel like we're doing good. Pretty surprised he made that trade, but I certainly dig it. All right, so he's just offering up a skirmisher for the slaughter, I suppose. Or did he have the dragon fodder? Oh, okay. Mardu Scout. All right, this is still okay. So do this, get our black mana. Don't need to show him white just yet. I think we just mercilessly execute and leave up ultimate price. And possibly use it on the Mardu Scout. I kind of want pacifism to be the last one I do, since it gives him exploit options and makes my possible future executioner worse. So executioner for a skirmisher is not terribly exciting, but I think the one way we win is via late game, so I'm okay with this. I mean, I could take one hit from the scout because I do actually have a seismic rupture in here, as well as a lot of other removal and stuff that maybe block scout. I probably wait actually, save the ultimate price. I'm willing to take 3 damage here. It's the first hit of the game. He's up to 5 drops now that I probably want to kill. Ooked. Cobra. Ooked. He's pretty ooked up. I'll take out the Cobes. Even though it deals less damage, 2/5 body is pretty sexy. Ooh. Sidisi. So Sidisi can find Deadly Wanderings. Shaman of the Great Hunt. Shaman of the Great Hunt is a pretty good find. Crater Elemental, yeah. So I think I'm going to, he's got 2 cards left in hand. I think I'm just going to drop Heel Cutter and pass. I'm willing to take another hit from Mardu's Scout. My reasoning why I'm willing to take another hit from Mardu's Scout is pacifism just seems better for like just the big bomby threat later. Like Sidisi is at least going to have Mardu's Scout on lockdown. Okay. Is he going to exploit too? I wouldn't mind if he did. All right. It's not that bad. 1 card left. I mean, granted, I want to find another creature so I can sacrifice it to Sidisi, but I'm also, at this point, I'm okay with doing pacifism if he's got 1 card left. Yeah, I think we just pacify now. Could also just drop Sidisi as a 4/6. No exploit. Is there a problem with that? Not really. Sidisi is pretty strong. I don't get as much value as I like, but let's just drop her, him, whatever. I honestly don't know. It looks like a skeleton to me. So not sacking, and we'll pass. What's he got? What could he possibly have? I feel like whatever he has to at least 2 for 1 himself, right? If he's 2 for 1ing himself to take care of Sidisi, I'm still okay. I mean, we're basically, yeah. I mean, that kind of sucks, but our opponent is, I guess we're even on cards too. Oh no, Corpse Sweep's like the last thing I wanted to see. All right. Well, that's actually just insanely good against us too. That was an unfortunate draw. But yeah, that's the only reason that's truly unfortunate is we're a control deck and a bad control deck. And if you're a bad control deck, I think the absolute last card you would want to see is Corpse Sweep. So I don't anticipate winning this game now. I think we had a shot right up until the point he played Corpse Swept, but I think there's actually 0% chance of winning now. I can't imagine anything that would draw me out of this. Well, that's a decent one. See if he just does 3. All right. Well, at least I have a pacifism target. Oh, he just did a 4/4. All right. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense. He just gets 3 4/4s. Yeah, that couldn't have worked out any better for him, to be honest. It really, honestly, honest to God, could not have worked out better for him to have Corpse Swept in that spot. That was the absolute bonkers best possible thing that could have happened to him. And a Sprinting Warbrute for like Xaxes lethal. Yeah, that's like as bad as it gets. All right. Well, that was a nightmare. But nightmares do in fact happen in Magic sometimes, especially when you're playing a vastly mediocre deck. So that sucks, but I can't say I'm too bummed. My deck's not good, and I'm playing against a deck that's well geared against bad decks as well as bad control decks. So not feeling great. In fact, I would go as far as saying I'm feeling really bad about this match. But let's cut the Damnable Pact because I can't afford to lose life. We'll bring in the Vial because deals with his early stuff in a slow, painful fashion. Duress is pretty important as it's like my only way. No, I think we got to bring in Fate Forgotten too. Problem is Fate Forgotten's going to suck on Corpse Swept because he just plays. I mean, I basically have to hope he plays Corpse Swept with all his mana tapped so I can take care of it. It's just an awkward. It's going to be an awkward card in general, I think. Anything else? Could cut Tormenting Voice, I guess. I guess so. Whatever. All right. Not feeling good about this match, but we'll try our best. All right. Well, we have all three colors. This hand's actually really good. What I like about this hand is Seismic Rupture or all of our spot removal. So just based on that, I've got, you know, some pretty good options at my disposal. Like, I wouldn't mind if you just played 1, 2, 3 drop now, because that makes Seismic Rupture so much better. No 2 drop? Interesting. I mean, we don't either, so I don't know if it matters. All right, well, we're supposedly good in the late game. The exception being, of course, Corpse Weft, but thankfully we at least have the answer for it. All right. All right, we're just going to take a hit from Skirmisher. There's really no reason to use any of this since Seismic Rupture takes care of it. And I'm just willing to take 2 damage for a little while till I either find a creature that survives Seismic Rupture or something. Or I'm willing to just bust Rupture here and take... well, Fate Forgotten, I guess, does take care of that. As does a lot of our spot removal. I assume the dragon's 2-color? Yeah. Not having a play is pretty awkward. All right, I'm going to just continue to take beatings from a Skirmisher until I actually see something worthy of playing. Basically, we just need any of our blocking creatures. All right. Well, guess I can Seismic Rupture plus. It's pretty unexciting. Think we just ultimate price the Soul Flare. Could Sandblast it, I guess. But I can also Sandblast the Monument. I think we'll just take out the... Let's just ultimate price the Flare. All right. Well... Definitely wanted more Seismic Rupture value. I guess we do the Executioner since we drew the Pacifism. Not a very exciting Executioner play. So I don't want to bust the Fate Forgotten on Monument. I'd rather Sandblast it. I'd probably have to Sandblast a Warbrute, I guess, if he does that. I gotta save the Fate Forgotten, I think, for the Corpse Weft, because that is how we're gonna lose in the late game. Alright, attendance actually pretty decent here. So if he drops the Corpse Weft, at least I have an out to it. Yeah. He is going to end up getting at least a 4/4. But I'll wait until he uses it, because I don't really have a choice. Could force him to use it now, I guess. He can only use it once, too, so just give him the 4/4. All right. Let's just take care of this thing. I feel like if I draw something that I want to play this turn, I better use it. So I can pacify. But I think I'd rather get back the Executioner. Or try to. Unfortunately, my opponent's just got a grip. So I've got less cards in hand, less developed board state. No, I don't particularly like how this game's going. I just don't want to pacify it because when my attendant dies, I want to get Executioner back and actually do something good with it. So I guess what I'm hoping is he plays a bunch of 2 toughness or less guys to make my Executioner worse. Like that. Alright. Well, if that's all he's got, I guess I feel okay. That was a not so exciting draw. Alright. Well. Guess that establishes that. Well, does that mean he's got a grip of lands? Because we got no grip. We have all of our bomb spells left, though. I guess that's good. Alright, well. At least he's the only one that loses something there, I guess. And wait, what? Discard a non-land. So you have a grip full of cards. It's just all combat tricks and removal. That's scary. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're just deck thinning at this point, trying to find powerful cards. All right, actually is pretty good for us. Ugh, that is not what I want to see. That is not what I want to see. All right, well, we were already in a position where it was going to be really difficult to win. I don't know how we're possibly beating an Outpost Siege. I got to get something so good here. So good. That does qualify. And him not have a removal spell? Is that right? Doesn't seem likely. He's got removal, yeah. Makes perfect sense that he would have removal. 4 cards that aren't lands. And yeah, and he has Sprinting Warroot. That's so bad for us. Yeah, I think we're toast. What do I got to draw? Shaman of the Great Hunt. A Tarka Efreet, Crater Elemental, Sidisi. So we've got some actual cards. Otherwise, we're just dead next turn. Oh, never mind. We're just dead. Okay. Well, we got stroked in like I think we played like that. Okay, so like I said, our deck was terrible first and foremost. I knew that going in that our deck was awful, 5 out of 10. But we actually had like the worst possible matchup you could have with our bad deck, considering multiple cards that were just insane in control matches, Outpost Siege and Corpse Weft, which were like just nightmare cards for a control deck to play against. Absolute nightmare cards. On top of that, I had like the total non-bow action of pacifisms with Merciless Executioner. That's not even that big of a deal. You just have to play it in a proper order. The order being play Executioner and then play pacifism. So that wasn't actually the big deal. The big deal was we had an awful deck against an awful matchup. And there was just, I don't know how we were possibly going to walk out of this one with a victory. That just seems so unlikely that we would have ever beaten that deck. 10 out of 10, I feel like this deck would have beat us. I don't know how we beat the deck with cards like that are just so powerful against a deck that's trying to control the board. So big bummer there, but that's okay. We're going back to Swiss, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was supposed to pull the trigger on red earlier in the draft, but we played against the mirror match, so someone else clearly wanted to play a dash deck as well. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I was supposed to do with this deck. I guess, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I honestly don't. I guess someone else can come up with their theories of how I should have built it or whatever, but, yeah, I don't know what to say. Sometimes you just build disappointing decks. It happens. All right, we'll see you for the next one.